Hi everyone, this is a quick review of how we name our notes on the treble staff for anyone who doesn't remember or who needs a few tricks to help them remember. When we look at the treble clef staff, there's one clue that we always will see to help us get started naming our notes on the lines and the spaces. This little point right here in the treble staff will always circle around this line. This is also called the G clef. So when we see a treble clef, we should remember that it is the G clef and it focuses on this line, which is always going to be G. So any note we have with that line going through it will always be a G. Next, we can use our lines and our spaces and our musical alphabet to help us go up the musical scale or down. Remember, we always count line, space, line, space. Let's go down first. From G, we move down to this space below. It would be the letter that happens before G in the alphabet, F. Then we have the line below F. That would be E. Notice our alphabet pattern is already emerging. Let's continue and see where we land. What would come after G? Remember, we only go to G in our alphabet before we start over, so that would be A. Then we continue B, C, D, E, F, and last but not least, G. There are ledger lines that keep this pattern going, so anytime you see those above or below the staff, continue counting using line, space, line, space. Our last one we'll add is our D at the bottom. Now, if we were to remove D and actually remove our G, we have some mnemonic devices or memory devices that help us remember our lines and our spaces. If we just start with our lines, we have E, G, B, D, and F. Many people say things like, elephants get big dirty feet, every good boy does fine, even George Bush drives fast, every good boy deserves fudge. There are a number of ways that you can remember it. Choose one that helps you and then hold it in your brain to help you if you need a quick solution to finding a note. The other letters, F, A, C, and E, spell the word face. So they should be pretty easy to remember. Anytime we're recognizing notes on the treble staff, we also might see our sharp signs or our flat signs, which will help us know whether a note is 1/2 step higher on the musical scale or 1/2 step lower. Remember to include these when you are naming your notes. If you have any questions about these things, please take a moment and look over it again, and then get started on your exercise.